Welcome back to my channel, sports fans. Okay, let's get into this one right here. On cue, as I made my video this morning, I already knew that the media would not hold Joker accountable for playing defense. Nothing was said from ESPN to Fox to these YouTube channels that drew all over Joker for being a one-way player. Nobody said nothing about this guy's defense. I already knew it. I already knew it. They sit up there and they beat up on Rudy Gobert, who got ate up for his defensive effort in one game. The guy came back. I think he had the next game 2 blocks, 7 for 7 from the field, double-digit rebounds, and Joker still beat him up, right? So I made a whole video about that, how you guys are beating him up. What was this game? Yeah, game 5, right? It was game 5. They're beating Rudy Gobert up. The man, I think he had 2 blocks, and the man was contesting Joker every single time Joker shot the ball. Now, we're going to have to find a highlight reel for every time a guy goes to the basket and Joker backpedals away or doesn't even contest these guys. It's a joke. It's a joke. And they're not going to hold this guy accountable because he's a one-way player. But again, like I told you guys, he'll never be up there with the elite great players. It don't matter how much offense he puts up in the no-touch era, in an open paint, with 4 guys sitting at the three-point line. He'll never be up there with the top great, 5 centers of all time. To me, they were two-way players. They were two-way players. Okay? Even a guy like Shaq, to me, was more of a two-way player. When you can't even average 2 blocks a game for your career, no. So now, people like Stephen A. Smith, I heard him today, trying to put the pressure on Anthony Edwards because they say he's the closest thing to Michael Jordan and Kobe. He's not. He's not. Go see Kobe's run when he was 21 and 22 through the NBA playoffs in the West and into the finals. Go look at Kobe's run and see what Kobe did. Then look at Kobe's regular season. What was it? The 2001 and 2 regular season and the 2000 and 2001 regular season. Right? So at 21 and 22 years old, go see what Kobe did and the numbers he was putting up. We're not even going to talk about Michael Jordan. We're not even going to talk about him. Okay? We already know what happened. You had to have 3 to 5 Hall of Famers on your team just to make it to the finals in the 80s. In the 80s, right? We already did a video on that. But I'm going to hold Joker accountable. And look, how come he didn't score 30 points? If the rest of his guys weren't doing nothing, how come he didn't score 30 to 50 points? Why? Why did he give up on taking shots? It seems like Cat kind of shut him down. While Rudy Gobert was a help defense and was doing everything else, so nobody else would go to the hole. Yes, his guys were bricking it up. But what makes me more furious than them losing, period, is this guy plays no defense. How they will watch this guy. Watch it Sunday. If you don't believe me, we got a game coming up Sunday. It doesn't matter if they win or lose. This guy does this every single game as a center. A guy drives to the basket, and this guy backpedals away, or he just gets. Sometimes he'll backpedal out of the way with his hands up, and then sometimes he'll just step out of the way. It won't even contest the dude. This is the top greatest center of all time. This is why you can't believe when you hear people like Kendrick Perkins, Stephen A. Smith, these people, you can't listen to them. Your Chris Broussards, all these people. because you can say way more than what they're saying. They're always trying to, as soon as you think they're talking bad about these people, you could actually say more, right? Like the whole GOAT debate and the LeBron thing, you could actually say more. You think Skip Bayless is really against LeBron? No, he's not. He could say way more. That's just what he does to keep a job. People don't beat up on LeBron so much, we don't even know why he's a top 10 player. And it's a joke at this point. So these guys, you know, they're weak. They're there to sell you the NBA. They're not there to tell you the facts, tell you the real stats. They're not. They're just there to run their mouths. They're not there to teach you NBA history. They're not. Because they don't teach you about nobody else. They don't teach you about Larry Bird, Dominique Wilkins, Joe Dumars, Moses Malone. They don't teach you about nobody. Clyde Drexler. They don't teach you about nobody. Bill Walton's incredible seasons, even though he didn't have a long career as far as a starter because he got hurt. They're not here to teach you any NBA history. They're just here to sell you what the NBA is now, which isn't all that. Isn't all that. So if they go on to win, they go on to win. Denver Nuggets, big deal. But because of lack of effort that they showed me in Game 6, they won't be an all-time great team. And just remember, I'm the one that said they will be an all-time great team if they win this champ. I've been saying this. And then Kendrick Perkins said something other, yesterday or something like that? Or the day before? Oh, if Joker wins, Joker wins without an all-star teammate and an all-NBA teammate, he going to be in my top 10. He going to be all-time great team. Okay. All-time great team, yes. Still not in the top 10. Even if he was to win the championship before they melted down in this game. Like I said, he's not getting in that top 10 because he plays zero defense. All his energy is used on offense. So he could never be a top 10 center. Only way he could be a top 10 center to me, he would have to win. He would have to win maybe 3 championships. He have to win 3 championships to get in my top 10. And I don't think that's possible. I don't know. I mean, the West is tough. These guys are coming for them. That's why I say if they don't win this year, I don't know. I don't know if they'll be able to come back. They might lose another piece to this team like they did last year. So if they don't win it this year, it's really going to be hard to keep coming back. So, yeah, Joker would need to win 3 championships, or he could get in my top 5 if he did a 3-peat. That's the only way. That's the only way for him not playing defense. That's the only way. And you already know me. I don't like to compare eras. I like to get whoever was great in that era and pull them out and put them in my top 10, my top 5. And that's the reason why LeBron's not in my top 10 or my top 5, because he jumped team to team to team. What's wrong with losing and rebuilding? You're the king. You should be able to get these guys to come over where you are. Right? So he went and bunny hopped everywhere. And he could have just won with one great free agent. Why not? And some great role players. He's never did that. To me, he's never did that. You could say the bubble, but no, I don't count that. He had Dwight Howard on that team. Dwight Howard was the number 1 franchise player of Orlando. Another number 1 franchise player he played with. He's lucky to be even in the top 10. But like I said, Joker is over him if Joker wins the championship this year. Because of the degree of difficulty the past 2 years Joker had to win it with. Beating LeBron, a gentleman sweep. Will beat Minnesota. Probably would have to play OKC or the Mavs Probably Celtics. We know last year he played. Who was it? Who did they play? They played Booker and they played Durant. They played somebody else. So he would go over LeBron if he won back-to-back championships because of the degree of difficulty. Now he's even if they win this year, I don't put him on an all-time great team. He could have if it wasn't for game 6 last night. No way, sir. You're not going to show me that kind of effort on the floor. You and your team, not. A lot of these guys want to blame Murray. That's fine. Murray's not the leader. Want to blame Porter. That's fine. He's not the leader. Any other time, they always want to play for Joker, right? Oh, we're out here playing for Joker. We're out here hustling for Joker. Why not last night? We just get blown out the floor. What you come back at halftime and say? We give up? Because that's what it looked like. Remember game 5 when they played the Lakers? And they just gave up in the fourth quarter? Because they knew they were going back home to game 6? No, game 5? And that's what happened. They gave up in that fourth quarter. And that's what it looked like yesterday. They gave up after the first half. Like they just gave up. Wasn't a lick of defense. Nobody holds these guys accountable for their defense. They talk about Minnesota, great defensive team. Where's the defensive effort for Denver? Do they have to play any defense, or just, they lost because the other team was a better defensive team? They didn't shoot good. That's fine. You didn't shoot good. Now go lock these guys down. It was many times when the Bulls was winning championships, they did not shoot good as a team, but they still played or tried to play lockdown defense. Not acceptable. They're not an all-time great team. And most of the guys, I would say, that's in my top 5 and top 10 were on all-time great teams. Especially the top 5. This won't be an all-time great team for Joker. If your leader doesn't play a lick of defense, what are you going to do? Where's your defensive? So basically, for Denver to win, they have to outscore their opponents, right? Because that's all we heard yesterday. Oh, these guys were wide open. Kevin Porter Jr., Jamal Murray, KCP, just missing shots. Yes, they was missing shots. And that's what his offense is about. Him running to the top of the key or the foul line and just handling the ball and just throwing it to somebody wide open so he can get his assist. So those guys are breaking it up. They're screwed. What are you going to do now? What kind of game are you going to play? Michael Jordan could play any kind of game. You're playing the same game that you always play. It's the same game. So when that game doesn't fall through, what kind of game are you going to play now? Why weren't you down there getting 22 touches and shooting the ball? Why would you? This is what get me. When I watch these guys just go to the hole on a no contest, and you're not going to foul these guys and let them know you just ain't about to come to the bucket like that. Where's the hard fouls? I saw Anthony Edwards get fouled, and he was on the ground like But when they showed the replay, it was just a foul. It wasn't even a hard foul. We're pretty much playing the softest basketball you ever seen these days. It's really soft. And Anthony Edwards, I'm going to grow to not like this guy. He's turned into another LeBron. Every time he goes up, screaming and shit. I'm like, man, what's going on? What's going on with this guy? It's almost flopping to me. I'm not trying. Is he flopping? No, he's not flopping, but he's screaming every time he shoots near the rim. What is that? What is that? Now, if you get hit, yeah, I could understand. But if you're just going up, come on, man. Like I said, the way they made this game today, watch it. The offensive guy can just push off and 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 straight arm and stiff arm and do all this stuff, and the defender can do nothing. but basically keep his hands straight up and move with the guy with the ball. That's it. So they done made the defender defenseless, and they done turned the offensive player with the ball into a defender, into an offensive player. Offensive player and defender. That's what the offensive guy is now with the ball. It's ridiculous. You know what I was saying in one video? I don't know who they were playing. I think they were playing the Pelicans. And I was like, what I would do if I'm guarding LeBron James, I'll just step out of the way and let the guy score every time. And I was, well, there you go, ref. There you go, ref. There you go, ref. You're gonna call me for a foul if I even defend him, but don't call this guy for nothing when he's stiff arming me in the neck, the throat, the top of the head, the chest, the stomach. There you go. I would just step out. There you go. There you go. I do that to the ref every time. Good job, ref. Good job, ref. Good job. I'll just be like, good job, ref. Let him score. Good job. Because if I try to even defend him, you're gonna call foul. You're gonna call foul when I just put my hands up and kind of like body him while he's stiff arming me. And I'm still. This league is. They need a new commissioner. This commissioner is trash. You got to get rid of this commissioner. We got to get back to defense because it's becoming a joke. It's not even basketball no more. So you guys tell me what you think. I'm holding Joker accountable. Like I said, he got the softest touch around the basket. Because like I said, he's not athletic, so he had to create that soft touch. So tell me what you